For those of you who've watched a lot of these segments I do with Scott Hardy from Top Class Actions, you've probably heard us talk a lot about malic acid. Malic acid is a naturally occurring chemical found in tons of different kinds of food products, but it can also be made synthetically. And in a lot of instances, food companies are using malic acid as an artificial flavoring. But they're still trying to claim that their products do not contain artificial flavorings, and we have yet another one of those today with a fruit roll-up class action. Scott Hardy from Top Class Actions is here with me right now. So Scott, tell us what this class action is alleging about these fruit roll-ups.
Sure. As you and I have discussed in the past, Farron, we have these class actions that pop up because the manufacturers are really hopping onto that organic or all natural or naturally flavored bandwagon, because us as consumers, especially when it comes to products for our kids, we like to know that there aren't a lot of chemicals, there aren't a lot of additives in there that can go ahead and potentially negatively impact our kids. And so we buy and we pay a premium for these products that have that natural flavoring. Well, in this class action, the fruit roll-up class action, we have the class action alleges that they are saying that it is naturally flavored. And on the box itself, it says naturally flavored. But you have malic acid, which is used as a flavor enhancer, and they are not using this. They are not getting this naturally. They're actually adding this as a synthetic ingredient to give it that tart flavor and make these things more flavorful. So far on Top Class Actions, we've received more than 500 people commenting on this particular lawsuit saying, I had no idea. I buy these all the time for my kids. Include me into this lawsuit because I want to be able to submit a claim because they feel that they may have been duped.
Well, and that's just the thing here is, people, parents especially, obviously, they go down these snack aisles. If you go shopping with your kids, you know how tough this could be. I want this one, I want this one, I want this one. And you try to make them happy, if they need it for school lunches, if it's just a good, thing for them to have around the house. You want to go for something that's a little bit more natural. You don't want to go for the cookies. Maybe this has real fruit in it. Maybe this has no artificial flavors. You're going to try to do what's best for your kids and, keep them as healthy as possible while also giving them a treat that they want. And fruit roll-ups kind of fit in that little niche there. Hey, we've got no artificial flavorings. It's all natural. This is a good alternative to some of the other sugary sweets that are all, synthetic. You don't want this. And that's why people buy them, at least, based on the comments that this article's gotten. That's what people chose. That's why they chose them. That claim, that all natural claim, made people pick this product. So if it's not all natural, they 100% were duped by the company's marketing.
Exactly. I mean, marketers know this about us. They know that we want to go ahead and get our kids the very best item that we can to keep them healthy. They're sitting there. All of our kids now are back to school. They're in these giant germ factories that we call schools. And we want to make sure that they're staying healthy and they have every little benefit possible, including not putting anything synthetic into their system. So we can't have companies going ahead and claiming that they're using an all-natural flavoring when it's synthetic and petrol-based.
And that's what gets me to is, all you have to do is not have that on the box. Yes, it may cost you a little bit in sales here and there, but it's going to maybe save you money in the long term. You're not going to have to hire a team of lawyers. You're not going to have to go through what will likely be an eventual settlement. I'm firmly convinced you and I will be sitting here, maybe a year from now, maybe 6 months from now, talking about a fruit roll-up settlement. But the company is probably going to have to pay something out for this, or at the very least, they're going to have to pay some lawyers, when in reality, if they had just been honest at the start, they wouldn't have had to pay for any of these things that are likely on the horizon for them.
Exactly. We'll probably see a settlement, like you said, that will pop out there. And all of the dedicated moms and dads out there who are buying these for their kids will probably get some kind of $5 or $10 gift certificate to buy the newly relabeled fruit roll-ups for their kids. And that'll be a good benefit for everybody out there who are packing lunches.
Absolutely. For more information on this particular issue, follow the link in the description of this video. Head on over to Top Class Actions, and while you're there, make sure you sign up for their weekly newsletter. Scott Hardy with Top Class Actions, thank you very much for talking with me today.
You're welcome. Thanks for your time, Farron.
Every year, 1 million hernia surgeries are performed in the United States. Unfortunately, some mesh implants that are used in these surgeries have caused complications, including infection and organ damage that led to surgeries to correct those problems. If this has happened to you, learn more about the hernia mesh lawsuit by going online to hernia.law or call us for a free consultation about your legal rights.